Hello and welcome back to Avowed. We are right here exactly where we left off. We have our main quest here, which is to... I think we found the Strangle Root. Now it's time to go into the Strangle Root because we need to search for the Adarian Ambassador, who we're supposed to rendezvous with on behalf of the Emperor. Let's see. I don't think I've really touched anything. I changed out, like, a trinket and maybe a ring or something, but everything is basically, how it is now. I've had a little bit of a think about the build going forward, and I think we're gonna try something a little different than we have been, especially last stream. We'll see. But for now, I've still got the arquebus and the quarterstaff, which is not a unique quarterstaff. But we're still. I did find out that for a while I thought there wasn't a unique quarterstaff in this level, and we were gonna have to wait till the next level. But there is one. We are not strong enough to go get it yet, especially playing on Path of the Damned. But we'll get it eventually. I've been thinking a little bit more about how I want to spend maybe the remaining points I have left over, since this is New Game Plus. I want to put one into this ability to revive your allies from a distance. Kind of surprised I didn't do that earlier, but I guess it just didn't occur to me yet, but that's going to be very useful for playing on this difficulty, because our companions are going to fall, and some of them have, like Kai also has second wind, so he can bring himself back, but, well, at least once, and then we would have to revive him again, but I'm going to use that. Let's see, is there anything else in the fighter tree I want? Oh. So, staves count as a two-handed melee weapon, although not... For some reason they've got this divide between, like, maces and hammers and just general two-handed melee weapons. And they've got this dual-wield skill that I haven't looked into, but that's for my own time. I'm thinking I could do worse than put that in there, but because I'm rethinking some things about the build, I'm not going to for now. Like I said last time, like, part of the reason I haven't spent these points is because I'm trying to not, be super OP early on. But another reason is that until I figure out my build, I sort of don't want to do anything too specific, but I'm kind of running out of places to put my non-specific points. I could put another in evasive, because no matter what direction this playthrough goes in, that's going to be a good idea. Because I'm still going to be evading, because I'm not playing a tank. I'm trying to think what else. I could unlock some stronger healing foods. It could maybe make my ingredients stretch a little further. I could increase the stun of power attacks with bows and guns, Could also do some magic things. I haven't unlocked any of these wand abilities yet, but, that I'm still putting that off until I decide which way we're gonna go. I've been putting points into grimoire spells. I'm thinking I might want access to Corrosive Siphon, which is a reminder, poisons your enemies and turns the health that they're losing into a gain for yourself. And it's kind of not worth doing without the second rank of it, which keeps the enemies from moving while you're siphoning off their health. Because if they're moving around, it's hard to keep it aimed on them. So we'll do that. What else do I want to do? I'm still thinking about. Part of me wants to unlock Grimoire, another level of Grimoire Mastery, because there's this Freezing Pillars skill, which makes you, it's like the biggest power fantasy. Things really start to pop off on level 3, but I don't think I need to do that yet. And I don't have any points going into elemental stuff yet. One thing I am not going to unlock, no matter how this goes, is blood magic. So when you run out of essence, you can sacrifice health to continue to cast, and as someone with ADHD, I'm not going to remember that. It's just not. It's not going to stick in my memory. In fact, I think I did have that unlocked in my fighter playthrough, the one that this New Game Plus came from, but I just wasn't using loads of essence, and so it didn't really come up. But I'm definitely not unlocking that. So anyway, having done that, I think I'm probably not going to be spending any more points until we get going. I'm just double check if there's anything else I might want last minute. It wouldn't be the end of the world to go ahead and level up Tanglefoot, because I'm always going to use it. It's always going to be on my click bar. And it doesn't show up in Grimoires because it's a ranger skill, so I'm not going to be able to do that thing where the Grimoires allow you to cast a spell to a higher level than you currently have it unlocked. So that feels like a foregone conclusion. All right. On that note, we are here with Kai. Notice there's some graphical things that are I'm still not super happy with, and I'm wondering if it's just that that's game settings. It might just be because I'm streaming. It doesn't save a lot of your, well, it depends on how, I don't know. I'm still sort of fighting with a few things that are in the, but they're not like, I don't know, they don't seem like the end of the world to me. I've looked at the quality of the streams after the fact, and they seem fine. It's just sort of bothers me a little bit while playing. But anyway, here we are. Let's head into the woods.
Odd. Didn't used to be this overgrown. I can take care of that if you want.
So yes, fast travel is disabled. I'm sure that's fine. That's an amulet for a side quest. Let me go ahead and see what's in here. A bow. And a trapper who's noticed more
I'm
bears.
always telling visitors we're not as crazy as they've heard.
Alright, so we've got these burnable vines. We'll get Kai to
coming in hot.
So I can use a fire spell. Alright, looks like, yep, there's a bear.
Unseen, unheard.
Maybe another bear. So what I'm gonna do is what I always do, which is find and shoot.
One for you!
Oh, I should probably eat some things. I don't have my my stuff overcharged. Okay. Oh, fuck!
That's one for us.
That's not what I meant to do. Now, the thing about Shadowing Beyond, this is actually a good point to talk about this, is that unless you do, like, a physical attack of some kind, or any kind of attack, it'll just keep sucking up your essence. So, you know, now that I fired a shot, it's over. But that was annoying. I was trying to get my... There we go. Let's just get some of this stuff overloaded a little bit. Just so I have it in reserve. Alright.
That's a bad way to go.
We've got a couple of paths we can take here. They all lead to the same place basically anyway, so I'm just gonna go this way. To gather some more stuff.
It's almost like the branches are trying to crush that house.
Now there's some more bears around here, but... Where is that paradisal ladder I see on the map? Oh, here we go. And there's another plant too, but I don't see it. Unless it's outside. Okay, there it is. Alright, I see some little orange spots on the mini-map, so... Yep. There's two bears.
Next one's mine.
That reminds me of something I was going to say after the last bear, which was as I level up, we're going to start seeing those special attacks more because I'll be dealing more stun damage, which is what I want. I haven't seen loads of them, but they're a big reason that the combat feels so cool, at least in my opinion. I don't know, you get to do all these special attacks, and they all look cool, but for this build, some are going to look cooler than others. Well, for any magic user. The one with the wand is really sort of, like, elegant looking, and made me feel like a wizard was powerful in a way that I hadn't in a game before, which was nice. Okay, that's the way we need to go, so before that, let's clear whatever is over here.
Star-ups. They don't usually venture out here. I wonder what's got them riled up.
Yeah, that's a fair question. Okay, we got a forager, a regular Zarup. I guess it doesn't really matter which one
I draw my
Did I shoot both of them at the same time? I did! Oh, that's amazing.
Show me what you got. Oh!
I had no idea you could do that. I've had weapons where they have an effect that hits multiple enemies at once, but I've never just shot, taken out two people with one shot like that on a non-unique gun. That was really cool. weight is still alright. I am going to break down a few things just to stay ahead of it. Okay, which armor am I wearing? I'm wearing... Oh, that's right, I'm still wearing the heavy armor. I just have it dressed like this light armor. I'm wearing the heavy armor because it's higher level, and you have to have the higher level stuff. And I think, I don't know, the jury is still out when you go looking for whether you actually have to have it equipped, or if you can just have it in your inventory. But just to be safe.
Stand back.
Oh, more bears.
You take lead.
I don't think it's alone.
Nice.
Yeah, I see some more, but I think they're...
Claw it out.
Okay, there's the voice in our head. Yeah, the stuff that's on the mini-map doesn't have anything to do with what we're doing now. Let's grab this Magman's Blessing. Let's spend my attribute point. Now. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Huh. Dexterity is never going to go amiss. I'm still not super hurting for my essence pool, although some elemental resistance wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. My health's alright. I'm torn between... And, like, you can always use crit chance and damage. There's a use case for all of these, but I think I'm going to put it in dexterity because I need to be able to move. Both in terms of casting or shooting and just moving around, since this is not a high health build.
It breathes. It is close.
I'm gonna turn the music down again. It's something I always do, but it just feels like a bit much in my headphones. Okay. So, before I drop down there, for reasons, I'm just gonna double check, maybe eat a little more porridge. Oh, those are all ingredients. Alright. No, I'll keep the staff. I don't plan on getting close. If I can help it in the next fight, but, I could do worse than having the staff.
That's the claviger. What happened?
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab everything that's in here, if you don't mind. Oh, this is a note from, the governor of another settlement. The Claviger asked for, help, but he said he couldn't send any. Alright. Now, there's a cheesy way to do this, and there's a proper way to do this, and for once in my life, I want to do it the proper way. So let's head out into the obvious boss arena.
Take your best shot.
So it's immune to poison. My missiles did not do as much damage as one would like. Whew. Good job.
Sink!
Oops. Oh, gross.
Seek! Seek!
Good one!
Okay.
Take that, you monstrosity! Well done!
What happened to that bear?
That's a good question. Before we answer it, I'm just gonna grab some stuff. Just so I don't have to think about it later. These conveniently placed poison grenades. Got a health potion, an essence potion, a unique shield.
Oh, poor bastard. One of Ludwine's toy soldiers. I never even learned their name. Not that it would have done us any good.
And some Audra, which we can talk about later.
Don't get too used to the comforts of Paradise.
My savior. Oh, thank the gods. Your arrival couldn't have been more timely.
You must be the ambassador.
Ambassador Falchion Hildgard at your service. And you must be our Imperial envoy. Better late than never, I say.
I was held up at Fort Northreach.
Oh, pity you were too late for the Claviger. Damn good fellow. Aren't you going to introduce me to your capable companion? Can he be trusted?
Keep talking like that, and the Inkai might start mistrusting us.
I found it pays to be prudent about the company you keep in Paradise. The Empire doesn't have many friends on these shores.
Hey, not with that attitude.
I'm charmed. I take it you had business with the Claviger? Poor fellow. It was the bear that killed him, of course. This wilderness has been a little too wild of late.
There's an achievement where if you extort people, I think it's 5 times you get it. The choices aren't always this bold-faced, but it doesn't feel right to me. Bear had the dreams.
I'm no woodsman, but I'm inclined to agree. We heard alarming reports of a blight in the wilderness, and a strange corruption moving toward the city. The changes in the ecosystem are expected, but this one was progressing too rapidly to ignore. We tracked the corruption all the way here, but all we found was that creature gone mad.
It's a malady of the soul. I saw something like this at Fort Northreach.
Did you? We lost contact with our coastal detachment days ago. I was hoping for better news. The situation is more dire than I imagined. We need a plan of action before whatever this is consumes the living lands.
We are here. Come to us. Commune with us. We have waited for you. Come.
What's the matter? Can you hear me?
I've been hearing a voice in my head.
Fascinating. The Emperor trusts your judgment, and so do I. Whatever you think is best, I'll support it. You know something of our troubles. That much is clear. What would you have us do?
I'm going to try something with the Audra. Be
Right
prepared to
behind
catch me.
Oh, just be careful. The Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened to you.
Take it slow. We'll be right here.
It is you. Come closer. We feared you were but a dream. We wake from seasons of slumber. We have been waiting. A colony of insects. The many united by one purpose. Mycelia twining through the loam, taking and giving in equal measure. We are the ache in the land, the roots that run deep. And you are familiar to us. Our memories are fractured, but you too are alone in your strangeness.
Do you know who's godlike I am?
Godlike. This term means nothing to us. But why would you belong to another, shackled to their will? Shackled like us to rot and corruption. It spreads and festers and seeps and crawls. Poor bear. Poor us. Poor you.
It's the same plague, isn't it?
Yes, the air sings with its spores. It is everywhere. We can feel it. We fear it. We can see where it spreads. It is an infection. A foreign body invades. The host fights back. We feel the pain of this intrusion. It overwhelms us. If an animal sickens after a fight, as it howls and sings its agony, what do you do?
Heal it, free it, put it down, leave it. Let's go with heal it.
Nurse it, care for it, grow it like the vines. We were loved once, perhaps. We remember, almost. A thought, like motion in the water.
Can you help me with the shrink word?
The rot festers. We could suck the poison out, let green things grow in its place, and we could give you the gift of our healing touch. But a favor for a favor. Would you help us in return when we ask it?
What do you want? Yes, I'll help. What do you want?
We offer you the power to heal and be healed, and you would wheedle and bargain? Decide. Do you wish this power or not?
Yes, I'll help you.
A favor for a favor, then. This place shall heal, and you shall know our power. We tire. New again this world, new again words. We will find you soon.
Okay, so we've gained a new ability. Heals and revives all nearby allies and deals damage over time to certain enemies.
Incredible. Envoy, I don't know what you did, but that was miraculous.
You all right? You look like you were in a trance for several minutes.
What happened? What can you recall? Spare no detail.
Something reached out to me through the Adra.
You must be sensitive to the spirit world. Some are gifted, or cursed, with such talents. Inquisitor Ludwig will need to hear of this. I've agreed to share my findings with the Steel Garrote, as long as they do the same. Not that she has any interest in ecology. Ludwig is obsessed with our security. Sees enemies lurking around every corner. The Steel Garrote provide us some much-needed protection, but they answer only to themselves.
The Steel Garrote, which we haven't... can't remember if I went over them. They're a paladin order who worship the god that is technically the official god of Adir, but they're sort of paramilitary. They do and don't work with and for the government.
We have our interest in the living lands, and they have theirs. A mutually beneficial arrangement. Stay out of their way, and they'll return the favor. We'll talk more at the embassy. I'll ensure the Paradise militia give you free passage into the city. Ah, Envoy, what you've done here is truly amazing. Let's keep up the good work, eh?
Just watch your step. There are swaths of the city barely more civilized than this.
Alright. So, one thing I gained through all of this was a piece of Adra, much like the pillars, but you need it to, you need it in increasing amounts to upgrade your unique gear. So it becomes something, sort of a chase to acquire it, and one easy way to acquire it is to break down uniques you're not going to be using, like the shields in this case. There's not really a use case for a shield in this build, so I'll probably be breaking those down. These common quality uniques that I had at the beginning, left over from my last playthrough, have Adra shards that I have to build into single pieces of Adra, so there's going to be some math required there, but yeah, that's sort of the, even in a new game plus, that's sort of the economy of this game, is that you can't, certainly not in one playthrough, you can't acquire everything. And as a loot goblin who likes to collect stuff even if I'm never going to use it, that took some adjusting to. But I kind of, in the way that I respect the clarity of vision of a lot of the choices that were made in this game, I respect it as a bold choice. If, you know, if you struggle with it in other ways, you still have to respect it as a decision that they made and they went with and they executed. People certainly complain about the amounts of upgrade materials. I do wish there were more of the plants in the world. They are so hard to come by, or it feels that way.
Whatever the Inquisitor's like, she can't be worse than that bear, can she?
It's just... that's probably the thing I struggle with more than anything else, trying to get my gear upgraded, is is the relative lack of the plants that you need. Especially coming from RPGs where plants regenerate normally. That's probably one of the complaints that a lot of people who are used to more traditional RPGs might have, is that, you know, like they talked about enemies not respawning, but part of the economy of enemies respawning or not is getting more stuff off of them. And that's not really something you can do. Well, now that they've added respawning enemies, maybe you can do that more here, but, oh, I didn't need to come back up here. But, the plants out in the world don't respawn either. Because they really wanted to. They were committed to this system, for good or ill. Like, I think the Adra is probably enough of a bottleneck to...
You are full of surprises, Envoy. I'd
to...
heard godlights have strange powers, but I've never known one to heal an entire grove.
Thank you, Kai.
Guess your emperor really did send the right person for the job, huh?
Kai, I would like to talk.
Still,
Oh my
you
god!
have your work cut out for you in Paris. Enjoy the calm while you can.
Okay, sorry. Losing my patience there, but oh my god, I just wanted to, you know, as I was saying, I think the Audra is enough of a bottleneck that, you know, you're not going to end up with top level gear immediately with no struggle, but what do I do? Anyway.
The path to Paradise is a tad overgrown, but I can find my way back.
If you say so. I wouldn't want that in your situation, but, you know. That's your business. Okay, and out there we have another camp. Waiting for us. Mushrooms.
Old fella who used to live here ended up in one of those shanties by the dock. Now I see why.
He didn't take everything with him, though. Anyway, let's go camp. So yeah, now it's telling me about exiting camp to your previous location, which I don't know if I mentioned that's a thing that happens. But that's a choice you can make. They added it in, probably... They added it in sometime last year. Which was neat. Okay. I'm going to treat myself, since I technically did earn another ability point. And let's see. What do I want to do? Could unlock Grimoire Mastery. Yeah, I want Freezing Pillar. I want to play with it. I promise not to overuse it. But I want it. It is what it sounds like. You drive a pillar of ice into the ground on top of your enemies. Which is cool. Let's see. Do I want to... Yeah, let's go ahead and also unlock higher level foods that will make our materials, our ingredients last longer. Anything else I might want? I think a lot of this stuff is still build dependent. So, yeah, not yet.
Hilgard doesn't seem like the kind of man you'd send to the frontier, does he? You seem much better suited to it.
Let me see what I have in my stash. Got another shield. If I wanted to start getting some Audra together, I could, but I think I'm not gonna have enough to do any, like, real upgrades to anything anyway. So I'm not gonna mess with that. Let's see. And I don't really have any uniques in the particular build category that I want. Let's go ahead. I know I'm not going to use this shield, which is a good starter shield, but most people end up moving on by the next level anyway. Yes. And wind and wave, move speed, and resistance to frost. It's a specific circumstance, and I can think of parts of the game where that would be more useful. Then it's going to be any of the time we're in Dawnshore, but again, because I'm not playing a fighter build, I'm not going to keep that either. And then I could start breaking down some of these other things, but I don't think I'm going to. One thing to think about with your upgrades, especially if you're trying to sort of game the quality thing, is that so common things, non-unique items, don't require Audra to upgrade, but they do require more of the materials. So like, let's look at, since I have common, so the common quarterstaff, were I to get it to the next level, would require, especially the bottleneck being the plants, 36 of the plants in order to upgrade. And the metal, kind of, you can find that everywhere. If I wanted to upgrade a unique like this sword, I would require fewer of the plants, but it would also require some Audra. So when you're trying to get from one category of another, or the other, you sort of have to make the choice based on what you have on hand. Like, if I had 2 more Audra, I could upgrade that immediately. But if I wanted to do that with a common item, I would need significantly more plants, but not, and of the whatever other material, wood, metal, leather, I would need significantly more of those and wouldn't have to worry about Audra. So it can be, when you're trying to upgrade between levels, just sort of like look at what you have, and whatever the path of least resistance is usually the way to go. Although if you're it differs if you're upgrading just something you have to get it to that level and it's not something you're going to continue to use. Like after this level, you really probably want to start saving your upgrade materials for the things you're going to use. Once you find, so like once I find a unique wand or a unique quarterstaff, that will be when I start trying to lay materials into further upgrades. So yeah, that's a little bit about that. So I can go into the city now. Let me do some cooking since I have these new recipes. There is an achievement where you, after you get to the 3rd level of recipes, where you make one of everything. And it was buggy for a while. People were struggling with it. I eventually gave up on it. Because it just, you know, I'm only an achievement. It depends how much of an achievement hunter I am. Really depends on the game, and if the achievements are interesting or funny or clever in some way, I'll decide I want them. But yeah, it really depends. So we have we already had the sausage, but the ones that are highlighted in blue are these next level ones, including, like, there's pemmican, and then there's another thing you can make with raw fish that cause food poisoning, even though pemmican that's made properly won't poison you. Anyway, that's a choice they've decided to make. I never bother making those because then you have to take something against poison. So I'm going to be making a lot of savory skewers now instead of the stew or the porridge, because your stuff goes further, and you get significantly more per, so this gives me 70 plus 14, this will give me 100 plus 20, so no brainer. First let me cook all of this game has a problem with what it considers to be meat, because on some recipes, if you have rabbit, for example, you can't use it as a meat in certain but not all recipes, and it'll generally always consider a fish a meat, even though that's a, you know, a contested line anyway. But yeah, let's make some skewers real quick. Don't want to use up all my spring berries if I can help it. Oh yeah, and this also makes 3 skewers per. Yeah, so it's better use of your ingredients all around. So yeah, I just got 12 skewers. How many grenades did I use? Okay, I don't have as many as I would like, so I'm trying to think about upgrades. We'll use iron. And I'm not using my grog. I will... Oh, let me make some of that wine that's relatively cheap to make. Lemon and melon. This menu used to be a lot more straightforward. At least the way I considered it straightforward, but they tweaked it because some people were complaining. So it's not as straightforward as I wish it was, but it's fine. Anyway. Okay, we got 12 more grenades now. So we are... Whoops, that wasn't the right menu button. We are far enough away from the city that we should probably fast travel our way back there. I have these. Let's see, what are these? Oh, that's that quest I never finished. I meant to do that off stream. Next time I go into the shantytown, I'll knock that out while I'm doing whatever else it is I'm doing there. We could, to clear out some more of the map, go down this way to get to the city, but for reasons that I'll get into, I think I just want to... Well, first of all, they force you to go through the front entrance anyway, but for reasons I'll get into, I'm just going to fast travel instead of running there. And those reasons don't really include laziness. It's more about enemies and fights that I'm not sure we're ready to have yet. Oh, there's
Welcome to Paradise, Envoy. The ambassador...
Cedric.
Good work out there, Envoy. Only just arrived, and you're already the talk of the town. Well, the ambassador ordered me to give you free access to the city. No idea why he's calling the shots all of a sudden, but...
That sounds ominous.
Anyway, you can go on ahead. The ambassador's expecting you.
What about Ludwig?
Well, she comes and goes. You never know where she'll turn up, and it's never for a good reason. Kind of like a nightmare. Once you're in the city, you'll find the Adiran embassy due north of the gatehouse. Take care, Envoy.
What? No parting words from me? After all the time we spent together?
Shove off, Muttonhead. How's that for a parting word?
With talk like that, it's no wonder the Adirans think we need a little civilizing. At least I'm in good company now. Right?
Alright, so let's head into the city. For whatever reason, there's a single pile of coins out here. Oh, speaking of coins, that reminds me. Do I want to put on... / do I still have... No, I don't have it. Never mind. Alright. Into the city.
Envoy!
should not be here. You should be free, whole, the blood feeding your veins. Why are you here?
I don't even understand what happened.
The arrow struck. Then your soul found us, here in the emptiness, where the gods live and the dead wait. A cage, a prison. We feel the souls of multitudes, a current beneath the skin of this place. We could dip our hand in once, feel them near us. But now, we are trapped like wasps in amber. But you should be alive.
I guess it could be worse.
Worse, you died. Someone cut short your span. An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison to your veins. A festering blot of corruption spread through the root and sap. It stilled your heart. It silenced the song in your mind.
Hopefully the next life is kinder.
They hurt you, but we do not hear rage hissing in you like a serpent. Why?
Honestly, I'd rather die than keep on discussing this. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna say there's no point in hanging on to anger.
Soften. Quiet. You would accept the winter before spring, but you do not understand. Your soul is imprisoned here, as are we. But we can help you. We could send you back. Just this once. The minnow can slip the fisher's net, even while the prize remains. And the fox chews its leg off to escape the hunter's snare. It is the only way. We will use our waning strength to free you. Then you must find us. Free us from our prison.
This is gonna hurt, isn't it?
Immensely. Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had a problem on my hands.
It's gonna take more than a little murder to keep me down.
You're alive. Somehow. That's what counts.
Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel, but I brought you here just in case. If anyone can work a miracle, it's Liviana, though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill.
The voice brought me back.
I don't suppose this would be the same one you heard earlier?
There's something I still don't understand. Envoy, you died.
Oh, this is a response I've never seen before. Does this mean my soul is going to awaken to its past lives?
A night of heavy drinking could awaken your soul. Who knows what death could do to it?
What does this mean for her? Should she expect anything else strange? Other than coming back from the dead, I mean.
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? Uncommon, but possible.
someone was asking for my help.
Sounds like the echo of a past life. I wish I could tell you more. This is far beyond my expertise. You should visit Runid, our local watcher. She would know what to make of your strange, stubborn soul.
How do we know this watcher can be trusted?
Well, she doesn't accept payment. All you have to lose is your time. A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. I can't think of anyone more qualified for the job.
Alright, I'll find her. Just point me in the right direction.
Runid's shop is in the hills to the northeast. A bit of a walk. Just head out of the gate to the east of town and follow the path that curves to the north. It should be perched up in the hills. Oh, but avoid the watcher in Hightown. She's a known charlatan. I'll send word to the ambassador that you survived, but he'll no doubt want to talk to you. Head up the stairs outside my clinic and take a left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy.
Alright, I'll go to
I
Yogurt.
suppose following the chain of command will soothe his worries. Either way, I should go with you. Your assassination is bound to have stirred things up.
I appreciate the help.
Don't mention it. Besides, I don't want this to blow up any more than you do. The sooner we solve your murder, the better for everyone. And we should talk back at camp. I'm hoping you can help me understand what just happened to you.
Alright, so we are inside the city now. And we've gotten some new quests and stuff now, but we are sort of on the path to...
Hey, I had a dream about you. In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside. You weren't alone either. There were others. Some of them loved you, others were afraid of you, but they all followed you. Also, there was a tree that... It wasn't a tree? Oh, it made sense at the time. I can't remember anymore. It's a pity dreams aren't made to last. I'll pull through. Liviana's taking good care of me. Stay safe. You don't want to end up back here again.
That is the truth. Letter from Fior. It's a letter from that governor we saw that the ambassador had written to. It's just some notes that she took while that Liviana took while foraging. So now we get to explore the city, and that means lots more loot. Yes. Okay, good. Some more Paradise ladder. Oops.
Godlike. Interested in saving a couple of lives? So, you're that godlike, the Adiran envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the Strangleroot, right?
You clearly want something from me.
I'm just trying to help some friends of mine. They're Adirans, but they've had a string of bad luck. Is there any chance you could lend them a hand?
What does a Valiant care about some unlucky adherents?
Oh, heroic and observant, huh? Joking aside, I know this seems strange, but they helped me out when I needed it. I'm just trying to return the favor.
Alright.
Galarde. Lofthled and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before the recent rush of adherents. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but they started a new life in Paradis. Back then, you'd struggle to find an adherent in the city. Now they're everywhere.
Let her continue.
Anyway, with all these adherents coming in, Lofthled and Gladwine started spotting old faces. And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Adherents in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Adir.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladwine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink.
They make herbal remedies.
Exactly. And the required herbs grow in the wilds around Paradis. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folks, but for the Adiran envoy, for the hero who braved the Strangleroot, I'm sure it will be no problem.
Ending with flattery is a nice touch.
Agrasima.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Many thanks, envoy. Oh, there is one more thing they need. Land deeds. They've already paid for them. There's a Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the paperwork.
Why hasn't he?
I don't know. That's the problem. Mako and I had a falling out a while back. It's best if someone else goes.
Alright.
Thank you, envoy.
Alright, so this is the admin district, which has a fast travel point.
Tragedy. The recently arrived envoy from Adnir was assassinated just inside the front gate. The killer is still at large.
The embassy is... Oh, it doesn't have the right, quest highlighted. This is what I wanted. The main quest. So yeah, the embassy is right straight ahead. The other place we need to go for those, documents is over here. This is just sending me to another exit in the city, as opposed to where the Watcher actually is, but okay. Before we do all of that, I think maybe I'm gonna do some shopping, because there's a merchant pretty close by. Ooh, I see some, I already see some letter.
Walk in, give her the letter, and go. You can do this.
That's another side quest that doesn't really get you anything, so I'm not going to bother with it.
Hey, so close. But what's the coin there? It's useless without that Adra.
That's another side quest that does get you some stuff, but I'm not going to pick it up yet, just because I don't want to have to run into certain enemies yet. So, with uniques in this game, and merchants, you probably want to put off going to merchants beyond the very first ones you meet, until you've done at least one set of upgrades, because later merchants carry uniques. We're going to find a lot of uniques in shops as opposed to out in the world, and they spawn at the highest quality of whatever you have. So if I talk to the merchant straight ahead, she's got a wand that I want that I don't think I can afford yet, but she's got a wand that I want, and if I talk to her now, it's going to spawn at fine quality, because that's the highest level weapon that I have. And I think that's fine for where we're at. I don't want the fights to be too easy, and if I... So first of all, you can get to the next level before even leaving Dawnshore, but it's a real slog. It can kind of take the fun out of just exploring the game world. So I'm not going to worry about that. That's going to make some upgrades take longer than they otherwise might have as we keep playing, but it's fine. I think they've scaled the difficulty and the weapon quality well, and so we should be fine at this current level. So I think I am actually going to go talk to this merchant.
Step right up. I can tell you need more fire in your life. Or maybe more essence. Please buy something. I'm trying to prove a point. My sister, the blacksmith, she doesn't think this will work out. I say she's wrong. Why keep a dagger under your pillow when you can use a ward stone instead?
I'm just here to buy magical supplies. So, yes, the wand I want is called Perseverance. This is our first unique wand, and it is a It is primarily a stun focused wand. The other unique wands in the game are more elemental focused. So there's a frost one, a fire one, and and a shock one. And I don't know if there's a poison one, but I want this one because it as it is, it deals low stun, and then when you enchant it, I think you can either enchant it to do even more stun, or this thing it says here about power attacks and elemental damage and slowing people down. But I do not have the money for that yet. She also has some unique armor. I'm gonna want this one because this is probably, aesthetically, this is probably my favorite armor in, well, not, maybe not, it's one of my favorite armors in the whole game. It's definitely my favorite wizard armor. It's a light armor. Like, just based on how it looks, it doesn't even, like, even after I get a higher quality armor later in the game, I always keep this one because I like the look of it. And if I'm playing a wizard, this is what I want them to wear. You can't really tell from there, but when I put it on, you'll see. It's fashionable. It doesn't look too silly, and it moves really well. But obviously I can't afford it or the wand yet. Let me sell some things. I'm probably still not going to be able to, even after I do a great deal of selling. Not selling the Dodra. Let's see. I'm not selling any uniques because I won't get much money for them. Even when you start getting higher level uniques out in the world, it's usually not worth selling them because the materials are worth so much more when you're focused on trying to get your gear upgraded. Let's look at some more of these accessories. Oh, actually, yeah, let's start here. Berserker boots, lower elemental damage. Still keeping the counselor shoes for now. I haven't put them on yet, but I'm still keeping them because they're good. They're left over from my last playthrough, but they're good late game magic shoes. Dodge distance. Okay. Windwalker, that's dexterity and dodge distance. That's stamina and dodge distance. We'll go ahead and sell these. Let's see, Thoroughborn boots. Trickster gloves. I can't remember if I have picked these up from the new Game Plus or not. But, it's a +1 critical chance, which isn't great, but the +1 critical damage, it might be worth holding on to. I don't know. I think I'll hang on to it for now. But, I would like to at least buy the wand. Let's see, what I've been wearing is the Thirdborn gloves. I like the look of these boots, I'm pretty sure. But they're not really anything that special, so maybe I will sell those. Does that get me? No, I'm still a little short. So maybe the imp catchers or the, yeah, we'll sell the imp catchers. Okay, now I can get, she has a unique grimoire, which I already have in my inventory, just not this upgraded version, but upgrading grimoires is kind of a losing game, because all it does is lower your cooldowns, and I think eventually lower the cost. In essence, it's not enough to be discernible, so I think I'm just gonna get the wand. Buy, yes. And I'll grab this Paradisen ladder as well. said. Grab that as well. And now I'm basically broke again, but that's fine. Oh, I don't have any water. I will be right back. Apologies. Sorry about that. I thought I had enough water, but my water bottle is naturally heavy, and so I misjudged that. Anyway, now I have a wand, so what I think I want to do, so we've been doing this this staff thing for a bit now. I think I kind of want to I I want to play around with Wand and Grimoire again, just because I haven't really done much of that, and see how that feels compared to the staves, especially because I finally have a unique. You know, when I find a unique staff, I'll think about it again. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that one now. It's not really knocking my socks off, but it'll be fun for now. So, oops, that's not good. So when you have the elemental wands, the end will have like fire or frost or whatever on it. This just has sort of a vague sense of power emanating off of it, but it's pretty cool. I like it. I think when I tried to do a wizard playthrough before, that's what I used. Anyway, we're gonna go to the embassy. Let's do that.
Hey, so close, but
Which is...
Alien trading company 600 known as Trevor. Trevor and his crew are believed armed and deadly.
Got some graffiti there.
you
Look who it is!
died. But you're here. Gods, am I glad to see you.
Me too, buddy.
You've got some god looking out for you.
Potentially. Okay, there's a lot of, like, world-building documents here, but nothing that's gonna... Nothing especially interesting, I think. Oh, okay, although this is a letter from the now-deceased Claviger to the ambassador, complaining about the Inquisition. Or Inquisitor. It's not formally an Inquisition, because they're just a order of paladins, but tomato tomato. Yeah. Just some of it's general world building, some of it is specific to the ongoing conflict, and some of it is just nods to other Pillars of Eternity lore, so I'm not going to get too deep into that. We could chat with the ambassador's secretary, but
Envoy,
I'm not going to bother.
is it really you?
It is.
I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel?
Oh, I have pretty high constitution.
And yet you rallied your spirits and reported for duty. Your dedication is admirable. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. Captain Cynric said you have a missive for me from the Emperor.
I do.
Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation.
Again, this is another opportunity. I love that you can extort this same guy twice if your might is high enough. I think I'll just slip some money from him.
You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles.
I also found an arrow in my guts.
Trust me, we'll get to that. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities.
I'll get to the bottom of it.
Thank you, Envoy. The island is in capable hands. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire.
I assume those are the people responsible for my death.
Your instincts do you credit. They were paradisans once, law-abiding laborers. Now, they're fugitives and oath-breakers hiding amongst the populace. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
Killing me was bold, I'll give him that.
Indeed. The killer sent a message, but this is our chance to send one in return. I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the living lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisen rebels must face justice.
Okay. Dream Scourge is my top priority.
True, but you can't investigate the Dream Scourge if you're dead.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise.
What can he do that you can't?
Blend in, for one thing. Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created, even by the standards of the living lands.
Trickery, lies. The gods did not build this place.
Let's just say no one survives out there without picking up a few skills, the kind we'll need if we're going to find hidden assassins. Especially if they're from the streets of Paradise.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing. The health of your soul is another.
Liviana suggested I visit a Watcher.
An unusual course of treatment, but who am I to argue? Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it.
Alright. Wish me luck.
Safe travels. And come back with a good story, hey? We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
You think you could? Okay. So, there's some random letters around his office too. The only thing that's actually worth looking at is, because it's kind of funny, is Hilgard's journal. He talks about finding Ludwig's whole vibe attractive, like the power of it all. We'll meet her later. Anyway, oh, I do want to pick up this side quest here.
Who's that? Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs.
You look like a bear tried to have you for lunch.
My brother Cadman and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot. No place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy.
This temple sounds dangerous. What are you doing there?
It's built on ruins, and the ruins are falling apart. Because of the roots, you know, and the earthquakes. We're looking for the man who built the temple, someone the locals call the Oracle. He's well, he's like you. A godlike.
This first choice here about her being an arcane scholar is mostly meaningful for Pillars of Eternity stuff. It just means that, and we're going to hear more of this as we go through, people are going to talk about how they thought all of the godlikes were dead, and that's because of some events elsewhere in Pillars lore. Godlike of whom?
He belongs to Aethys. And if the rumors are true, he's the very last of his kind.
Take it from me. Around here, the rumors always have some truth to them.
We just want to talk to him. That's why we went down there. Now my brother's hurt, and my team's in danger, and I'm stuck here and...
Take it easy, kid.
Sorry. Everyone at the embassy's too busy to help me, and I'm worried sick.
Alright, I'll do it.
Gods, do you mean it? I can't thank you enough. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass.
Alright.
Especially my brother, Cadman. Don't forget him. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
No problem. Ooh, I see another Paradisen ladder. I don't know if it's one I can get to. Actually, maybe. Oh no, there's some spiders back there.
Wouldn't want their diplomats going hungry or sober.
Can I get to it without... Yes, but then I would have to come back out. Oh, wow. Let's just kill these spiders.
Guess the Diran discipline doesn't apply to pest control.
Nice shot! This one's mine.
Always use the high ground, Kai.
Good
Come
fight.
on. You have a gun, too. Kai only really seems to use his gun when he's doing his special attacks. I mean, I might be wrong about that. He might use it other times, but that's the main time when I see him using it. Okay. We should definitely have enough Paradisen ladder to upgrade the wand at least once next time we go to camp. So that's probably what I'll do. Because I do like this wand. Oh, there's more. There's another fight not far from here. We'll just go back the way... Not quite the way we can. But get back to that roof that we were on. I always prefer to do that in third person. It's just easier to see where your feet are. Okay. So we need to go to... I know there's a setting so I can change it where it doesn't... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Where it doesn't automatically change my main quest. Or change the quest I have showing, but I can't be bothered right now. Anyway, let's go meet this Marius guy. There's that. And pick things up along the way, of course.
Yeah, so close. But what's the point?
The other merchant we didn't, talk to, but this is her twin sister.
You there. You look... I heard what happened.
Okay. She doesn't have any uniques, but she does have Audra, which is useful. Do I have... Oh, I do have enough, because I got money from the ambassador, so we'll buy those. Yeah. Oh, these aren't that expensive. I'll go ahead and grab. You never have, even breaking down common stuff, you never have as much of the general building materials, the wood and metal and leather, as you want. I can finally break down this wand. Should sell one of those grimoires. Okay. I also forgot, in this most recent update, one of the things they added was these workbenches, so you don't actually have to go back to camp, which is nice. I can't enchant this yet, but I should. Let's see how much Paradise Ladder I have. In order to upgrade this, I would need 4. So the plants can be combined or broken down to the different levels. So they all, it's Paradise Ladder, Helea's Talon, some kind of amaranth thing, and then another one, basically. And it's all like a single tree, for lack of a better way of putting it, of like which level they're at. So I can make as much Helea's Talon as I wanted, and then if I needed to break it down again, I could. And because of the perk I unlocked, I won't lose anything for doing that now. I would have before if I hadn't unlocked that scavenger skill. So we'll go ahead and upgrade all of that. And oh, I also need some wood. Same thing with the plants, you have the different levels. Softwood goes into hardwood, etc. Okay, so now I can upgrade this. Ooh, twice. Neat. So that'll make it a little more formidable. If I want to enchant it, I still need to go back to camp, but that's fine. Anyway. There's some stairs.
You there? Are you just going to stand there and walk at that body all day?
He's dead. It's not like I can do anything for him, now can I?
You can see that the poor bastard is properly processed. What is this? A charnel house?
First week in the Living Lands.
I'll just take that.
You, what are you doing? This is a crime scene. That's evidence.
That's the Imperial envoy. Stay out of her way.
Yes, thank you.
Right. My mistake.
Looks like they got into a fight and they both lost. Okay, let me grab some more plants since they're here.
Hope you know what you're doing.
And there's a chest. Aha. Oops. Anyway, here's where we need to be going.
So, you're the one they all crow about, eh? Best hunter and guide in all of Donshuk. Ha! The mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey, providing they're asleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip of Makul. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know.
Let's see how this plays out.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be, hiding behind stone walls all your life?
You don't know anything about me, you Adira Nimdut. So maybe go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
Duktek Dragu Sakasapt Jitule. You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second mouth across your throat.
Your friend looks like he has this under control.
I think this is about to get interesting.
I knew you were blessed in Nimdut the moment I saw you coming. Thought maybe I'd teach you a lesson. So I paid the bartender a few gold to drop a tiny bit of Widow's Kiss into a cup and serve your drink in it. Cramps should be starting in a few minutes, so, if you want to fight, we should go ahead and get started.
Poison them on a hunch.
He's crafty, but he's no maniac. Just watch.
Oh, I can feel it. Gods, You.
Oh, that is quick. You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain.
You wait, Marius. I'll be back. Hopefully.
Okay, movement's a little buggy there. Anyway, let's talk to Marius.
Well, that was something.
Marius, this is the infamous Adiran envoy. Envoy Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a person.
Marius is not the most pleasant guy. He's kind of polarizing as the companions go, but I don't really mind him.
Wasn't a bluff. That was a test. Any hunter worth their salt knows Widow's Kiss has no effect if it's ingested. And he actually believed I could pay the bartender to poison someone's drink. Gods, the taverns in Adir must be rough.
They won't mess with you again.
Right. That's the goal. If I'm not mistaken, you're looking for someone to help find the people who killed you. I need to see the scene of the crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left there we can use to track them.
Alright, I already know the killers from Paradise.
And they wouldn't need much of a reason to go after an Adiran official. Plenty of stale water there. Still, it's dangerous to make assumptions based on stereotypes. We need more of a trail to go on. We'll figure this out, Amakul. Don't you worry.
Alright, so we have a new companion. You can only have 2 at a time. Kind of like in Greedfall. He has the roots thing as well. He's like your ranger type, basically. He has the hunter sense. He can scan for things that are showing up on the mini-map that you maybe don't see with your own eyes. He can do a little, like, pulse, basically, and scan for them. Which would be useful to be able to do as a player, but anyway. The bartenders are a good place to look for lockpicks. Just generally, they seem to have lockpicks, so
See, Marius?
I'm gonna talk to this
Told
one.
you I wasn't ready to hang it up yet.
I had it under control, Amakul. But thanks.
Ah, it's the principle of the thing. Now, what'll it be?
I've seen some people describe Marius as we have Varric at home. I don't really think that's a comparison that's really fair to Varric, if I'm honest. Because Varric's just, like, yes, they're both archers, but otherwise Varric is very different. Anyway. And we'll be grabbing some more things. Oh no, immersion broken because I can steal with impunity. Except, who cares? I mean, I like the challenge of needing to conceal theft in games, but this is fine too. Especially when, I don't know, it's just in a game that's so much about resources, I feel like that would be an unnecessary wrinkle, personally. Oh, this always gets me. There's something on the outside of the walls, but it looks like it's here because we're so close to it. Anyway, let's break down this wall because there's a chest in there.
Hey, what's going on back there?
Don't worry about it. Alright. Got that. I could do some more general looting. Let me see how much time we have left. Because I sort of want to get us on the road to whatever we'll be doing next, you know?
You saved my life. He would have killed me, and all for a few coins.
Stuck on some barrels.
Think nothing of it. Any law-abiding citizen would have done the same.
Alright, oh, there's a couple chests here, apparently. Let's see. need to go up for the next one, so I won't worry about that. Anyway, so yeah, now that we've entered the city, we've only seen one half of it. I'm kind of putting off going to the other half of it just now. So, what do I want to do? Maybe we should head to the shantytown for this last little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, actually, one more thing I should do while we're still here is grab some bounties, because they are a good source of money.
You can come here to get a job once you're, done doing whatever it is you're here to do.
Ain't many ways into that camp from what I've heard. You might want to consider trying to find one. A frontal assault would be mighty reckless. Tempestuous Luandi caught your eye, huh? Watch yourself. Her aim is as sharp as her wit. Going to take on the ogre then? Reckon he's the most dangerous bounty we've got. Be careful now. Oh, Octa. Now that's a dwarf with a chip on his shoulder. Heard he burnt the last ones that went after him alive. You're a brave soul, Octa. Spiders are bad enough as is. Let alone big mean bastards like Nasib.
Alright, so I picked up some bounties that I can do while I'm out and about in the world. They're sort of in order to do them in, based on difficulty. The nature of the bounty doesn't really tell you much about how difficult it's going to be. They're all pretty tough fights. I like them as designed, A, because you get money from them, but B, because they sort of give you some higher challenges to do with these skills you've been unlocking, you know? We've been going around and clearing out Zarups and, you know, fighting human attackers and stuff like that. But these are all either large groups or really tough individuals, and so they're in a design level, they're sort of useful to be able to like, you can stumble across them out in the world, but yeah, this is like good timing for that. So eventually I will do those. We will probably start with Octave the Firebrand. Another thing about the bounties is that all of them either have or are near some unique gear. Usually weapons, sometimes armor. I've been avoiding this island, and that's because this person is here and she has the lightning gun that I have in a common form right now. Assuming I didn't pack it up. Yeah, this. And that, depending on your playstyle, that's definitely one of the hardest bounties. Despite, like, one being a fucking ogre and another being a den of spiders. That's usually one of the hardest ones. So I think we'll head, I said we're gonna head to the shantytown, but on our way is the scene of the crime, and we need to investigate that anyway, so, we'll head in that direction. Oh wait, I have, points to spend for, oh, that one's for me, and then I have, points, I think, to spend for Marius. What do we want to do now? Crit hit range and crit hit chance and maximal range. Resolve. I wouldn't hate some more stamina, especially since we're going to be using the wand right now, and the wand is kind of wands can be surprisingly stamina heavy. Some people talk about doing like a dual wand play, but in the same way that doing twin pistols can be a huge stamina suck, so can dual wands. Although twin pistols is still fun, if you can make it happen. But anyway, we have Marius here. What do I want to do? Okay, since he has the roots thing, I could, so his stun, well, because I unlocked that, could also make it deal bleed. He has this sharpshooter skill I could unlock that does more damage to enemies with low health. Shadow Step is useful, sort of a stealthy getaway attack that he can do, and wounding shots, which has, so the first level reduces the amount of damage that enemies can reduce with their armor and skills. The next one slows them, and this one reduces the damage they do to you. I think that actually might be the way to go, because I have not been keeping a great eye on my health unless I take a really big hit. So that will probably save my life at some point. Okay, rather than messing around in the skill tree, which I can do more of on my own, let's head back to the entrance to town so that I can, wait, which way am I headed? I turned around. So that we can investigate. Oh, okay, I was headed the right way. Look at me ignoring chests and plants on my way.
Envoy,
That
got
showed
a
up in
situation
the,
over here.
I was just about to commend myself for ignoring them, and as I was picking one up. Anyway, here we are at the scene of the
Right
crime.
here. This is where the envoy fell.
If it were me, I'd take the shot from up there above the embassy. Let's see if we can get up there.
Alright, we're not actually going to do that now. Instead, what we're going to do is head to the shantytown and pick up the things for this quest, because the reward for it is something that can affect the amount of money you pick up for the rest of the game. And money in this game doesn't matter until it really does. And sometimes you need it for going between levels, like with your gear. Sometimes you need a little bit of money for that. Okay, whatever that chest is actually still is inside the walls. Anyway, let me... Oh! I've never come over here from this way before. Okay, there's one of them. And while we're here, I know there are some chests back here, so... Let's just clear this out. Oops. I'm trying. Oh. Okay. How do you get up there? Oh, from over here. Okay. Oh, come on. No, from over here. Okay. One of the best quality of life things they've done is making your companions essentially intangible on the map, so that if they're in your way, you can still do a tricky jump or, you know, whatever it is you need to do. Whoops. Of course. So that was my fault. That was not anyone's fault but my own. Anyway, there's a ladder we can use to get back up there. Is there any stuff in here? No. Okay.
Supplies you need for prices you can. It has to be around here somewhere.
for upgrade reasons, that was definitely worth doing, because I got some more Paradise and Ladder. Yeah, and there's more exploration I can do around here that I'll just do in my own time.
No one tops my prices.
But I'm still looking for the last of these things so I can get that amulet.
Some people have fallen down these stairs. Not me, mind.
Go out on this, come on. I have one more. Ooh, and a chest over there, but like I said, my own time. Alright, that'll be the last one. Since I'm over here. I'm gonna head back downstairs and turn these into this guy. It's like I said, this quest is kind of just a platforming tutorial, but it's also a nice little showcase of the platforming, which they did. I think they did a really good job with. Like, you can't blame them for wanting to show it off a little bit.
Any luck with... Well, not the gods. Thank you. Let me see them. Don't worry. In fact, you can have mine.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Don't mention it. Just one more thing. All this time, I've been sure this was Helia's doing, but maybe it's just superstition. Do you really think the gods curse us over past mistakes?
Yeah, they have bigger things to worry about.
They do, don't they? You know, it's kind of a relief to think that we're beneath their notice. How'd I ever end up here? The Living Lands was supposed to be about fresh starts and new adventures, but just look at this dump. Thanks for the swollen nets. And for taking a weight off my shoulders.
Alright, so now my looting should be significantly more lucrative. Anyway, so next time, what do we want to do? We have a few different ways we could go. Our main quest is going to take us here, way to the far north. I think actually what we might do is this, is clear off some of the map here, and on our way there, go after this particular bounty. There's the expedition team quest, but I sort of like to save that one until I'm well into this region and there's still a lot more to observe. It's a neat quest with an environment that I really like that kind of reminds me of certain parts of Dragon Age Inquisition, like certain environments in that game. But yeah, that's probably what we'll do, is we will explore this cache, as it says here, and do this, and then just clear off some more of our map, maybe, and then see how we feel. See if we want to head straight to the Watcher, or want to do that side quest for the adherents that are trying to get out of the city. Whatever. We have options now. Anyway, so yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it today. Next time, I'll probably be over at the camp near where we're gonna explore, and we'll get started over there. So, as always, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.